right, so I thought I'd do another little follow-up video here to Deer Creek. Man, I think I definitely met way more people at Deer Creek than I did the 2 nights in Chicago combined. You know, I think Chicago was just Wrigley Field. It was Chicago, the Phish. People were a little more concerned about that than they were old F Zappa 20, old YouTube guy over there. Although I did meet Pinky outside the stadium one night. Big Ohio guy. We got to talk hookah. Got the high five over the Cavs victory. That was another. A lot of people were congratulating me on the Cavs victory as if I had won something, which was pretty cool, which was a nice thing to do. But after a while, it was just like, man, I didn't win anything. What do you think? Why are you congratulating me? But I guess they saw the reaction video and saw how happy I was, and they were happy for me. So that was cool. And man, it's pretty awesome. I know how cool it is going to these Phish shows. You're having fun, and just to see the excitement on people's face when they meet me. Well, not everybody. I think some people are like, hey, dude, what's up? Yeah, I've seen your videos. Some people, man, they just seem really excited. They're like, yeah, this is already a great night. Now I met F Zappa 20, man. Best show ever. Which is a little bit ridiculous, but just to see their happiness, man, feels pretty good. It's kind of cool. It's like, yeah, man, that makes it all worth it. You know, there's times when it's like, why the hell do I do this? Why do I put myself out there? Especially on video where everybody's going to recognize the face. The voice is you can't deny the voice. Like a couple of people recognized me based on the voice. Like we'd be like, there's a water situation. Me and another dude were getting the water, and as soon as I started talking, he looked up. He was like, F Zappa? We sat there and talked for a sec. That was actually at Wrigley Field on the steps. I don't know if that dude will remember that or happen to see this video, but... And then I thought about doing one of them videos like, yeah, man, my day started out in Hobart, Indiana, and like just going on with every single detail about the day, but that might take a while. A lot of people were asking like, dude, how the fuck did you end up in Wisconsin, like north of Milwaukee? The shows were in Chicago and Indy. If you were going to stay outside of Chicago, I get it, but why wouldn't you stayed on the Indy side? Well, I had friends. It was really just like a visit to friends. That was the Milwaukee thing. You know, I wasn't just going up. I didn't just decide to pass Chicago and Indy by hours just to get outside the city and get a free room. It was more of a visit for friends, to see friends. Although one of the members of the household is the self-proclaimed biggest chomper in Wisconsin. Well, she didn't self-proclaim that. I called her the biggest chomper in Wisconsin, and she pretty much agrees. I mean, she's like, I love Down with Disease, but when they get to the jam, I skip to the next song. Which I think most people just do the fucking opposite of that. But hey, you know, that she's also one of the people that makes me realize, hey, not all chompers are bad people. You know, she's a great person. She just happens to be a total Phish chomper, which is all right. I met the bros that I hung out with at the Panic show. Steve and the Night Rider, the 2 guys that I stiffed in the Panic video. The Night Rider even claims he showed his mom the video. And he was like, yeah, you remember that part where he's like, those other fucking guys, I don't remember their names. He was like, that was me, Mom. So the Night Rider gets in this video. I don't know if that was Night with a K or Night with an N, but I'm going with the Night Rider with a K, of course. Tried to stop by the Jam Panties table a couple times. Bridget was not there. Tried to get up with Iculus the Prophet throughout the day. Wasn't happening. Run into Mulberry, big Cavs fan. We got to talk about the parade. Oh, man, I was so happy for her that she got to make it to the parade. And then get over to the Deer Creek show. Unbelievable week for her. Ran into Booty Sweat. As soon as he said, I'm Booty Sweat from Twitter, I was like, I remember that name. And I remembered the name Booty Sweat, and he seems like a pretty funny dude. I don't remember any of his tweets exactly, but I just remember thinking, man, that guy's pretty funny, man. He's got that out there sense of humor. I dig it, man. But it was just pretty cool to be like, hey, I'm F Zappa 20, and this is Booty Sweat. And he had a bunch of other friends with him. We were all talking. They were wanting me to come hang for the Game of Thrones finale. But I had to get the fuck out of there, man, as soon as that show ended. Met friends of Terrence. You know, Terrence still to this day, at all the Phish fans I've started following over the last couple of years, still has the #1 name on Twitter, Terrence. Met his friends, and of course, as expected, man, you're a friend of Terrence. You're a good dude. They were good dudes, of course. Met a Bengals fan, man. He even kind of called me out. He's like, yeah, you're cool and all, man, but I'm a Bengals fan. I'll forgive you. I think it was Sam's brother. I'm not 100% sure about that. Seemed like a really nice kid. He was either completely wasted or just a little bit starstruck. That's always funny, too, when people are starstruck to meet me. I'm like, dude, I am not a star. I'm pretty much just a fan like you. I just happen to make YouTube videos, all right? Appreciate that they feel that way, but, you know, you don't have to feel starstruck, man. I'm just some fucking guy. I'm a fan just like you guys are, man. So it's all good. I met a couple during set break when I got the hell out of the rain, man. During Lawn Boy, I just felt like one of them retarded koala bears just standing there in the rain, like, just getting dumped on. Like, dude, you're allowed to seek shelter, man. You don't have to get rained on, especially during Lawn Boy. You know, Haley's and Mays is one thing. It was kind of cool, but... So I met these Ohio fans from the during set break when I was standing over there in the cover. That's also when I met Joe Paul. He come over. We started talking about the stub to get down. which was crazy because Joe Paul, just what a small Phish world it is. The people I was hanging with all day, who I picked up at that gnarly-ass Super 8 in Nobles. I don't know if anybody stayed at that Noblesville Super 8, but Mark and Amanda did, and the TVs were in there were sweet, man. I think Phish might have stayed there. They still had tube TVs at that Super 8 in Noblesville. I'm thinking, maybe that's why they played tube and first tube, man. The P-Fish stayed here at this gnarly-ass Super 8 with Mark and Amanda. Joe Paul was there, but Mark and Amanda's Joe was not there. He's like, fuck that, guys. I don't care about Indianapolis. Go enjoy your day in Indy hanging with F Zappa 20. See you at Dick's. Missed you there, though, Joe. So, let's see. Once I got down for the second set, pretty much, it was over. That was pretty much the end of meeting people. I did get to stop by and see Chris Winter and his friends. I still was thinking about getting up with Iculus the Prophet. I was going to head over to his section, man, but they were just busting balls down there with the stubs, man. Every step you took, every move you tried to make to go up the aisle, they were like, where's your stub? Where's your stub? And tried to tell them I'm down there. Didn't even have a stub at that point, so I was just constantly on the move, looking for an opening. Finally found one in a seat. While I was talking to Chris and his friends, dude in the Cardinals hat comes up, man, big handshake ready. He was like, dude, can I get a first set review? And I was like, nope, buddy, you just get a handshake and that is it. And pretty much I think he was like, I think he felt real cool in front of his friends. Like, yeah, man, I'm going to go get F Zappa 20 to do a set break review right here live. And just didn't happen. And then about that time, man, here come the usher. The one usher that I was able to sweet talk by to go say, hey, what's up to Chris? She come up there, dude. She did not look happy. She was like, you motherfucker. So I just fucking ran. As soon as she came, I was like, all right, you're right. I just ran out of there before she tried to escort me back to the pavilion or back to the lawn. So that was it, man. That was my last shot at meeting anybody because once I got into them seats, it was done. You know, I was very, very, very back of the pavilion. Nobody back there. It was dark and Phish was playing. Nobody gave a shit about F Zappa 20. And then once I realized rock and roll was the encore, I was hitting the exits. There was a few people saying, hey, what's up? Trying to stop me. One guy was like, he's leaving. It's like, you're goddamn right I'm leaving, dude. I'll stay for Antelope, but I am not hanging around for a classic rock cover as an encore. You know, and I think that's about it. I'm sure there's plenty of people that come up and said hello and took pictures, and I'm just forgetting at this point. Now, look at this video's running over 7 minutes long. So if we did get a picture, you know, and you're out there, if you're on Twitter or whatever, send me an email. You can email it to fzappa20yt@gmail. You can send it to me at Twitter, fzappa20 or Kevin KPP. There's also an FZappa20 Facebook page. That became a problem too, man. I got all these stupid-ass social media things going on, like 6 different ways for people to contact me, and dude, I pretty much either check none of them or just check my Twitter, whatever account I happened to be logged into at that time. Exchanged phone numbers with Iculus the Prophet, and it still didn't happen. You guys may know Iculus. He's the dude that made the Chomper compilation video. Oh my goodness, if you have not seen that, you've got to check it out. It's the F Zappa 20 Chomper compilation here on YouTube. It's pretty amazing, really, man. It is really amazing. You know, there could be a part 2 someday, but I guess I have kind of cooled it out on the Chompers. I guess the Chomper thing, man, it just gets so confusing out there for people. You know, I mean, some people just immediately got it. Like, oh, fuck, man, those are Chompers. I get it. Some people still just don't quite understand, man. So that gets confusing, and then the alligator mouse and all that shit, you know. So, yeah, I guess I have. Maybe it wasn't an intentional thing, but maybe it was where I've kind of cooled out on the Chompers. And then overall, man, maybe 2 years of dedicated work from F Zappa 20, man. Maybe the Chompers are in line a little bit. I mean, they're still throwing shit. They're still acting crazy. Some chicks in front of me at Deer Creek. I mean, the songs that they were raging to and then the songs they chose to sit down to. You know, I don't know. Man, maybe, hey, look, I sat down a few times. I was tired. Hell, I totally bailed on the first set at Deer Creek. Who the hell? Why can I call anybody a Chomper? I got scared of a little rain. Like I said, man, I felt like a retarded koala bear during that lawn boy. It just was not a good look for F Zappa 20. I was like, man, I can't have people walking by being like, ha 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 ha, look at F Zappa 20, dude. What a retard. All right, dudes. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hello. If you can get those pictures to me, cool. If not, whatever, you know. It's awesome. It's nice meeting you guys. And that's pretty much it. Boom. We're out of here. I almost went fucking 10 minutes on the shout-out video. What a self-glossing 10-minute video. But it was cool. I felt cool. Y'all made me feel really cool. So thank you for that. And let's enjoy the rest of the tour, no?